Welcome to the Kame House Party. I'm Vince.
I'm Aaron.
And we are attempting to watch every episode of Dragon Ball, and then we talk about it. We
Only 1,000 more to go.
Hey, you signed on. You didn't say... when I came to you...
With a contract.
With a binding contract. And it said, I am not the devil, but sign here, and you will gain no notoriety, but you'll have fun doing it.
It said in the contract, I'm not the devil.
I'm not
and the was italicized.
Right.
The notary had horns, but I just glossed that over.
Well, she was just cosplaying.
Oh. That's fine.
Yeah, see? Never, note to you listeners, never sign anything in a conference.
I'm cosplaying as a lawyer today. Please sign these.
And it's better than just like wearing a costume and trying to impersonate a cop, because as a cosplay, you made that cop that lawyer outfit by hand.
That just means you're a tailor.
Right.
That means you can make really nice suits at this point.
Are all tailors lawyer cosplay?
My real dream was lawyering, but I just kind of fell into tailoring. Although if I was a lawyer and one that like appeared in court a bunch, I would dress up like Phoenix Wright.
Ace Attorney at
Get
Law.
that hair. I still haven't seen the live action movie.
Wait, there's a live action Ace Attorney?
There is a live action Ace Attorney. If you know such classics as...
I object!
Itchy, yes. Itchy the Killer, or 13 Assassins, or Sukiyaki Western Django.
Ooh.
It's the same director.
I do like 13 Assassins.
Audition, if you saw that.
I did
That's
not.
more horror. I don't know.
Man,
Vince,
I'd watch that movie.
Look, man, I'm distracting you
I know.
from the real purpose of what's about to happen.
Mm-hmm.
I got to recap everything we've watched.
Ooh, Aaron, I think that's called the 1 minute roundup.
Yeah, that's the sound for it. It's canon now.
It's canon.
It's Nick Cannon now.
Oh, don't don't utter that man's name.
If I say it 3 times,
If you summon Nick Cannon
and drops a set of drumsticks in front of me and then walks out. It's not like scary or anything. It's just kind of annoying.
It's annoying. It's just there.
Then he invoices you for the drumsticks.
God damn it, Nick Cannon. Your billing department is so efficient. How'd they get my number?
As soon as you drop them, I get an email alert.
Just a notary runs up with horns. Oh,
man, that notary is getting around.
Hey, freelance notarizing. It's the next big business. Are you ready for the 1 minute roundup?
I will do my best.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
There are 7 crystal balls that grant you a wish if you gather them all. They're called Dragon Balls. Bulma, a blue-haired teenager, recruits a little boy who's part ape, maybe, who's really good at karate, and they go off to find them. They meet up with Oolong, a shape-shifting pig, Puar, a shape-shifting cat, Yamcha, a desert bandit who's afraid of goyles. They team up and they fight Pilaf, who's a little goblin boy. They keep him from trying to take over the world with the Dragon Balls, and they do it. So after that, Goku's like, you know what? I'm going to train with this old pervert we've met named Roshi. He's fucking immortal for some reason, and he's really good at karate. And he meets up with a little boy, bald head boy with no nose named Krillin. They do the turtle hermit way and train by just doing chores. A bunch. Oh, shit. Okay, cool. Every time you show me the clock, I choke.
Sorry.
But they're training for 8 months, and they go to the Tenkaichi Tournament, which means the best under the heavens. And... they reunite with everyone, and they're about to fight.
All right, you got it.
Yeah.
I got to stop showing you the clock. I feel like it hurts you, but I only intend to help. I hope you know.
I know.
I don't I don't get sadistic pleasure of watching you stumble.
You have time.
But yeah, you summed it up pretty well.
Yeah, give me a countdown. Give me the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, for the next time?
The silent TV countdown that we all learned about in Wayne's World.
Okay, gotcha. What? I did watch.
We're not going to explore that.
No.
Watch Wayne's World, see what we're talking about. So first off in this episode, we see...
Well, Aaron, you skipped the title of episode.
This happens before the title.
Oh, okay. Go on.
I'm sorry.
No.
Do we want to... I guess precedence does state that we do the title.
Sorry, I'm a stickler. I'm a stickler. What do you want from me?
Right, Stick Stickly.
Stick Stickly here. Hi, I'm a stickler. People want to hear the titles. Stick Stickly. Stick to it.
Are you not aware of Stick Stickly, the mascot for Nick in the Afternoon?
No.
All right.
Does he sound like that?
No, he's not a Southern church marm.
Hey, I'm an atheist.
I'm a real stickler about my atheism. But yeah, give us, what's the title of this episode? Episode 20.
Episode 20, Elimination Round.
I laughed because I thought something else was coming. But
no.
I mean, I guess that's what this episode is. That's a little cut and dry.
Right.
But
it's boring.
For the subversion,
ooh,
will it appear? The power from the training.
What? That's so ominous and great.
Which is also true of what happens.
Yes. But it makes you more interested in the episode other than like, oh, well, people are going to fight and some people are going to get eliminated. It's the elimination.
It's like, oh, let's see Goku, Krillin, and Yamcha make it to the final round.
Yeah. It's not like there's no stakes with that title. Yeah. Your title, though, has them stakes. Omaha stakes. But yeah, go on.
Okay, so before the titles come out, we see the crowds, we see the building, and there's an announcer like, hey, it's preliminary round, no one can watch. Mm-hmm. And then Vince's favorite person comes up.
Oh, I'm glad you brought this up.
And just demands satisfaction.
Oh, God. In my notes, Aaron, I wrote Turban, the guy in the turban. Mm-hmm. His Indian voice still, like, it's so stereotypical that it makes me cringe when I hear it. And then I just like, Bulma, he's just doing his job. Are you going to come up and yell at him in front of everybody? He's got a megaphone. And what right do you have? What special privilege do you have to see the elimination round? Other people got their loved ones and their boyfriends and their friends fighting too. Like,
and they've probably known him longer than, that shabby 8 months.
Right.
You've known Yamcha.
Oh, God.
My note was, you're not special, Bulma.
She's not special.
I don't like that. I don't like people are like, ooh, just skip this line. I'll talk to this person. I'm like, no.
Yeah. It's like those people who try to get on a packed subway by saying, hey, I can see some room in there. Could somebody move? Could somebody move for me? Hey, could somebody move for me? I'm just like, no. Wait for the next train. Just wait 2 minutes for the next train.
You got here late. Sorry.
I'm sorry. You have poor time management skills. Get an app.
In a public space like that, or like in a restaurant, I just feel like it's uncouth.
Right.
To be like, I demand special treatment. Why?
Because
everyone's money is fucking green in this place.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Everybody got Zenny Bulma. Yeah, everybody paid.
Yeah.
You're not special.
You're not special. Bulma privilege.
Bulma privilege.
That's what we learned in this.
This episode's all about Bulma privilege. Based on what we've talked about previously, something came up right after that.
Okay.
They announced that there are 137 fighters representing countries and species from all over the world.
I think I missed that. I wrote down 137 contestants.
Right. In my mind, 137 contestants, that's too many. That's too many.
You got the preliminary round.
But the elimination round, like, how long did that take? Because people are waiting all day to see the main thing. Because, like, I guess there were time limits to each fight.
So let's before you math this, I think the point that you're trying to get at is the fact that it was countries and species.
Right. So our previous theory about this being a Pangean-like world with no borders has been torn asunder.
Right. So there are countries. There are established sovereignties across the land.
There are nation states.
But we also live in a world where different species can come together and fight each other in a regulated tournament.
And isn't that what the American dream is all about?
How great would it be if if the world solved all of its problems tournament style?
Oh, man. If that's our
arms race, is literally an arms race. Who can throw the best punch?
I mean, we'd win.
Hey, we want that oil. Nope. I guess we have to have a sanctioned fight.
It's just rules, regulations. We make sure that everybody gets a fair shot. No funny business. No eye poking. That's one of the rules in the Tenkaichi Tournament.
It is.
There's no weapons and no eye poking. That's it.
I mean, sorry, military industrial complex. We're tired of you.
Exactly. I love this world.
Well, then you make money off sponsorships, baby.
I know. It'll be a Red Bull world because Red Bull's going to jump on anything that's fighting related.
They give you wings to settle this international dispute.
It would have been a really, really tough call. Like if there was a battle for supremacy, because I feel like we would have Chuck Norris with his universal way, Chuck Kundo. And even though he lost to Bruce Lee in that movie, he did not die. Chuck Norris, man. If we had him on our side, I mean, world domination's right after.
You kill Chuck Norris in a movie, you die in real life.
Darn it.
Is the joke my buddy would often say. Say it's like, okay, let's reconvene next year for that rematch and we'll negotiate the terms again.
Exactly. You know what? I'm loving it. And nobody dies. You're not supposed to kill your opponent.
Yeah.
Just knock them out or ring them out.
You want to juice them? I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Pump them full of steroids.
We'll do it that way. Instead of pumping our countries full of nuclear weapons.
And then you get the espionage in there as well.
Oh my God.
That has to come in. Oh. It's like we're gonna get a Nancy Kerrigan situation where someone gonna get tapped on the knee with more than tapped out with a knee with a crowbar.
Oh yeah.
It'll get dirty, but at the same time, it's fixed. It's not, hey guys who are 18 that can't legally drink, I need you to go die for me.
It's like, no.
College is free.
Guess what? You can go to college.
I don't want to get too political, but I think we can all agree that having a badass yearly tournament where countries resolve their differences and accept those solutions, especially if there's another one next year. We always want to fight. Let's just feed into it.
Yeah. That's why we have UFC. And briefly we had that one I don't think it still exists, but I remember seeing commercials for a UFC style fight, but there's no octagon. It was just like a sphere, like a circle in the middle of a room, and two guys are just like, "Hey, fight!" That's it.
Was this like a house party you went to?
No, this was on TV. It was like a pay-per-view thing, and the commercials was like, "No walls, just fighting," and it's just two dudes just swinging at each other like it's a Rocky movie. Because I guess they have to stay within this circle, or they get knocked, or they're out, or whatever.
Okay, they do a ring out.
Yeah, it's just as quickly and as viciously as possible. Hit this other dude or a lady. I think they had a ladies bracket too.
Someone tell us what that is.
Yeah, if anybody else remembers this,
does anyone else remember Vince's fever dream? I want to know.
It's not a fever dream. It's real.
Two guys fighting is real.
I could have just been drunk and watching a street fight. But we pick up with that monster blue-haired lady, Bulma, trying to catch a glimpse of that elimination round, which, nobody's supposed to see. So I don't know what her deal is, but she, in classic Bulma fashion, when she needs something done, she asks other people to do it for her. And in this case, blackmail or torture.
So she gets Oolong. She's like, hey, I need to reach this high window so I can see the tournament.
Right.
Hey, let me stand on you. In the sub, she doesn't offer anything at this point. And I wrote down this quote from Oolong. You pig mistreating broad.
Oh my goodness. What a slam. Pig slam.
Pig slam.
That's what I call bringing home the bacon. Aaron, that's a talent I didn't know you had. Or was there a pig here that I didn't see?
No, it was me.
Oh.
It was me, Austin. It was me the whole time. But yeah, so it's she's like, hey, do this. And Oolong's like, okay. I'm going to grumble about it, but dude, you don't have to do it.
No, but he does.
But he does it in a dumb way.
I mean, instead of doing what a shapeshifter would do,
Yeah.
which is just turn into something, he's like, well, I'm not changing into anything. So wait, in the subbed,
Okay.
does she not use the piggy excuse?
No, that doesn't come up.
That doesn't come up?
No.
my
Because it's over with, right?
No, not in the dubbed version. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so in this conversation of Bulma needing Oolong's help, he refuses, and then she says, I'll yell piggy! And I don't know how long the effects of this drug last, but it can't be sanctioned by the Geneva Convention. This is just, it's chemical warfare.
It's been a year.
It's been an entire year. How has this not passed through a system? Especially, I'm assuming she's been threatening him with piggy for that entire time.
And he can't just be hanging out with her this whole time.
That's what
gotta
I
be
was
doing other
saying.
stuff. He's got to be like pulling robberies and stuff. Like
He's got a mansion that's been, non-taken care of for the past year. Also, he calls Bulma a slave driver, which is exactly what it is. She's holding him hostage. She is the worst, and she's getting even worse.
In the dub version, Bulma is holding Oolong hostage.
I feel so bad. And the biggest thing is she doesn't need Oolong anymore. She's got Poir.
Poir would probably do it, like, no problem.
Well, Poir actually says, I've changed the last 4 times.
That's so interesting. It's just sort of, hey, do it. He's like, okay. And then it's not so bad for him. It's bad for us because he gets a peek.
Oh, God, yeah.
He gets a sneaky peek.
Yeah. And then I remembered that's why they're perfect for each other. She's a terrible person. He's a pervert.
They deserve each other.
Yeah.
They're both monsters of differing levels.
They should date. Yeah, I'd like to see
That seems like a 6-season sitcom move.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the 2 people that should never date? Let's have them date. That's a real Ann and Tom move.
I'm sorry, I don't understand the
From
reference.
Parks and Rec.
Oh, yeah. Ann and Tom.
It always rang false, and I think they like did it. And I think during that season, they're like, guys, this isn't really great.
Right. And
So like they sort of backed away from it because it was never like a romantic relationship.
yeah, they just kind
that
of
they
got
showed.
out of it.
They just kind of like, yeah, we're dating. Like, I don't know.
We're dating because we want to date and
Yeah.
show you all that we could do it.
So we get the breakdown of the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
It's brackets, single elimination, 1-minute rounds, ring out, give up, or unconscious. You're
Yep.
out.
Yep.
They have it set up nicely, so no one has to fight each other yet.
Right, of course.
So it's like, yeah, we know what's gonna happen.
yeah, if they don't have to fight each other, then we all know everybody's in. Right? Pretty much. Not to spoil anything.
Yeah.
But
Guys, they all make it in the tournament.
Guys, they all make it in, yeah.
Because they're like
the main
10 more
characters.
episodes. There are 10 more episodes in this arc. I think it's not just them watching it, wondering like, man, I really wish I made this tournament.
That'd be such a great choice.
So
though.
I would have done it just to fuck with you.
Just to mess with everybody. I want to see the alternate take where they all get knocked out in the elimination round. Then we have to watch that Bruce Lee facsimile fight a literal dragon.
He's got to enter it.
He's got to. This like really brought me back because this is one of the arcs that I remember most about the Dragon Ball series is that first tournament.
Mm-hmm.
And like that first fight, of course, Goku is up first, Goku versus this giant man.
It's old-timey strongman.
Yeah, old-timey strongman, which makes up a large portion of the fighters in this universe, which are just 10 to 12 feet giant people.
Big men.
Big men and big monsters.
Small leotards.
Mm-hmm. And then we get to see Goku's fighting style.
So the handlebarman, he calls Goku an ant dropping.
An ant dropping?
That's his insult to him.
That's so colorful. He just calls him a little baby and like a little boy.
So ant poop? He calls him ant poop? Like that's his best insult?
Well, I don't know, Aaron. Maybe
that's pretty low.
Maybe he's an ant keeper. Maybe he has a lot of ant farms at home.
Well, then I feel like he would respect the ant and their droppings.
You make another great point. You're on fire today.
Oh, put it out.
Ooh, ooh.
Well, thank you. All right.
Hot.
Good boy.
Good boy. Reset.
See, and everyone's like, "Oh, here's this kid. He's gonna get creamed."
I think somebody calls him part of the diaper brigade.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that was pretty good. I think it was
That's a good slam. Yeah. Sorry you don't make the tournament, but that's a solid slam.
Got one ring out.
Yeah, the fight starts. Goku jumps up, and it's that classic. Whoosh. I can't do it with my mouth. But as we come to see in the series, whenever someone moves so fast that it's like they teleport, you just get little waves,
Little lines.
yeah, little lines, and a sound effect.
Yeah.
And they're already at this level
Yeah. Already.
because they're fast.
They're that fast.
Goku jumps up, taps him on the leg as he would a Chi-Chi. And the guy gets ringed out. Goku wins.
A lot of the other competitors, though, thought like, oh, he just got carried away and fell over. But no. Our boys recognized what happened.
I also, from seeing a lot of Z, there's this weird running theme of no one believing that Goku and the other Z fighters can do what they can do.
Right.
Everyone's very skeptical of their abilities. So in this instance, yeah, they're just like, oh, he tripped on himself.
Right.
What a dummy.
Yeah. Everybody except for that Yamcha. Yamcha's like, that was no accident.
Krillin thought it was, but
Yeah.
then Goku had to tell him the truth.
Yeah.
I wonder why, in a world of monsters and mutants that they beat up on, why can't you believe like a kid can like do a super punch?
Because, man, it's hubris. That's what this is all about. 90% of the battles of Dragon Ball Z is like the villain has such grand hubris that it's always their downfall.
But I always feel like these guys are saving the world, and like there are these massive battles happening that no one like recognizes.
Like the normal populace?
Very rarely is anything that happens within the Dragon Ball with the Dragon Ball characters ever ends up like on the news.
Right.
It's massive stuff. That's like
But they
world-shaking.
usually the Z fighters take that fight to the most remote areas in the world that nobody is around.
I just want to see this. I want to see like what did the common people think
Right.
about this man who's like, guys, he saved the universe a bunch of times. Maybe you want to, I don't know, pay for a meal once in a while.
I mean, I don't think anybody really knows until somewhere around the Cell Saga, but then they make Mr. Satan the one that saved the world because they don't want that notoriety.
I guess that's part of it. Eventually, they're like, nah, that ain't us.
That's not what it's about, man. The Z fighters are all about quietly saving the universe,
Which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, good thing Goku tested out that tap on a leg.
Yeah. Tap on that leg.
Before, it would have been bad news bears.
I mean, because we see like what happens next is just like it's Krillin's power, like, and Krillin's still not at like close to I feel like Goku's power at this point. Goku gets done telling Krillin like, "Hey, we definitely probably shouldn't use our full strength with these normal people." And then we get to see the other monks from Orin Temple that Krillin came from. And they're patronizing him as usual, making him feel all small, calling him a runt and whatnot. And then Goku is like, "Hey, show those guys what you're made of."
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, never mind. Go all out.
Go all
Fuck
out."
'em.
Yeah,
Goku's not above petty revenge.
Yeah, which is kind of a problem. But it ends up being really great.
He's just seeking justice for his buddy.
Right.
He's like, "Oh, those guys are dicks." That's all it is. Like, "Oh, you're a dick. Punch."
Exactly. Dick punch.
Yeah.
That's how Goku's brain works. You're a dick, I punch you.
Yeah. I mean, that's a pretty good system.
Yeah.
It's not a terrible system.
No. If I could, I'd punch more dicks.
Yep.
But I'm not strong like Goku.
I'm nowhere near strong. Or as adorable, he can get away with it. I also don't live in whatever world this is. Where he can get away with it.
But I do, something I did like really, really like enjoy is Goku and Krillin's friendship. They just seem like two kids that are having the most fun fighting all of these men who are really, really dangerous. And they're just like, "We're best friends. We did it. Yay!"
There is a lot of like jumping up and down.
Right.
And celebrating. No, they're adorable little fighting boys.
Yeah. We get to see some pretty cool animation that we haven't, like that the animation of the fighting.
We do after a while of not seeing fighting. we do get what the series is known for.
Which is those zips and kicks.
Flips,
kicks, and zips.
flip, zip, kip.
All around the ring. Krillin goes up against, of course,
His bully.
And we get that sweet, sweet redemption. Today, redemption was spelled Krilin.
Krillin dodges a punch and then just kicks a dude through a wall.
Kicks him so hard, he flies over the other 2 elimination rings, then through a wall, and
creates a hole in the wall.
Yeah, creates a hole in the wall. I don't know how far he flies after that because he keeps going.
He's alive somehow.
Somehow, Krillin did not kill him.
Yeah. Well, he would have been eliminated.
He would have been eliminated, and that would have been a great ending to that episode.
It's like you killed your bully, but at what cost? And then the rest is just him learning from his mistakes.
So,
but even Krillin's surprised at what he's able to do.
Yeah.
And everyone else is, as they should be.
A lot of anime. That kid did all that.
I don't want to face him.
The other fighters still kind of write it off after that because they still are like, "Oh, I'll beat this kid. No problem. No problem. I'll beat this kid." He's like, "Nope, nah, son, you're not gonna do it."
As much celebrating as there is with Krillin's win, there's some shady shit going on outside the ring.
Yep. I'm torn here.
Let's paint a horrible visual picture for the audience. Guy gets thrown through a wall, the same wall that Bulma has been perching over. She gets knocked down on the ground. Her undercarriage is there for the world to see.
She's wearing a skirt. She's wearing a skirt, and she's not wearing shorts. That's just not. That's just not smart.
Yeah.
Especially when you know you're going to be doing some athletic stuff where that might happen. Bulma, just take the precautions.
I feel like it's just knowing that she's Bulma. Yeah. So Oolong gets excited. He's like, "Oh, great! I get a peek." Turns around, 20 fucking dudes,
pervs,
just eyes open.
Who knew there would be such crossover of fighting fans and utter perverts?
My note is, what is wrong with the world? Question mark, exclamation mark.
Exactly.
Like, if that happens, it's like, let me help you up, miss. It's not, we're going to stare.
Just,
because we're so hard. Like, invent the internet world.
Yeah, this world, I guess that's the one thing that doesn't have in this world.
Like, I got sweet, sweet karate action, but at what cost?
Right. At the cost of the internet, apparently.
Yeah.
And satiating the lust and desire of men.
And then Oolong, I don't know what it is. If it's like, because he tries to get them to stop.
Right.
And it seems genuine. So I'm curious what his motivation is. Is it just, I want it all to myself? Like, I can't enjoy this. Other people are here.
I think so. I think he's a private.
I have to put my pig peen away.
Put that pig.
Tuck it in.
Tuck in that little corkscrew.
Insert it back into my body.
Oh.
I don't know how pig penises work.
Oh, what an image. Oh!
Bing! Ooh. And then there's a little star twinkle as it goes in.
Oh my God. I just wrote in my notes, I was like, do I feel bad for Bulma?
Do you, Vince?
Next time. No.
That's our episode.
No, I do not wish that on any person. No one should be
embarrassing. That's not great.
In that way. I don't like her. That doesn't mean I don't feel bad for her.
Yeah.
I just think she's a terrible person.
So I think it goes to commercial at this point. And then when we come back, Oolong, Puar, and Bulma are getting an ice cream treat.
Yes.
Bulma is like, hey, you should pay for this ice cream because you got to see my panties. He's like, that's not fair. And then finally, she's like, hey, I still need to see this tournament. If you turn into a ladder, I'll let you get another peek. No, she says, I'm sorry. It's more than that. It's like, I will give you my panties if you turn into a ladder for me.
What? After all that? Wait, hold on.
She's not an innocent.
The dubbed version, which, and I knew something was wrong with this. Because in the dubbed version, Bulma's, offering to get Oolong to turn into a ladder is that she'll take him to the candy store. And I was like, candy store?
Well, I
Bitch.
don't give no fuck about candy.
I was like, bitch, this pig can transform into anything he wants, and he has a mansion waiting for him.
I'll take you to the candy store. You can get one piece.
You get one piece of candy. I didn't understand
don't
that.
touch.
And now it makes sense. they decided
That's
not.
the best you could come up with.
I know there could have been something else.
I imagine there was a lot of back and forth. In
Right,
that writer's room.
that writer's room must. Have been.
Yeah. We can't do this.
No, just
What can she? She's got to offer something for him.
let's just translate it. Let her offer him panties.
No, Vic.
Oh, all right, fine. How about candy? Yeah, candy will work.
Well, where's she gonna get candy? She's away from home. They're at a martial arts tournament.
There's gotta be a candy store nearby. Yeah,
God damn it, Vic!
just take her to the candy store.
That's brilliant. Put it in.
I also had some other ideas, like maybe offer him money or
Nope. Next, it's solved. Let's go.
Well, we could just be more subtle. Maybe she could offer him,
Look, this is for dumb baby children. No one's going to analyze this in audio form.
Huh?
30 years later.
Wait.
Let's not think too hard about it.
Well, I wasn't before you mentioned all of that. It makes me think that you have like some kind of idea of like what's going to happen in the future 30 years from now.
Look, it's only going to broadcast on TV once. There's no other media that will allow it to sustain itself in perpetuity. Don't worry about it.
Oh, that's true. Unless maybe we go into syndication, then what?
What, Funimation being some sort of large corporation that controls a major share of anime?
Oh,
And scene.
We
Funimation,
hope
thank
you-
you. Thank you for your bountiful offerings.
And we hope you enjoyed that little
Writers
audio
Room
play.
Theater.
Writers Room Theater, brought to you by Vince and Aaron.
Do. That's not the sound effect. I don't know what the sound effect is.
No, that's Writers Room Theater.
It's typewriter.
Typewriter.
They run over. Like Oolong instantly, like, I'm a ladder. He walks over
As a ladder,
which is
transforming in front of all these people.
that's fine. It's common.
I guess. I still feel like
There's a school. They have to have pamphlets.
But this-
literature.
Do you think there's somebody like out there pitching the school
Well,
at the tournament?
They're recruiters, like cruising malls in the middle of the day,
looking for kids.
Yeah, looking for people with no future.
Mm-hmm.
Hey man, learn how to shapeshift. Okay, that's it.
That's
all I
it.
got. But Oolong, he doesn't get his dream of having a pair of panties from Bulma.
No, because now there's a giant hole in the wall caused by Krillin kicking that monk through it.
Yep.
And Bulma's like, we don't need you anymore.
Typical Bulma.
Typical Bulma. Just cast him aside. But what I noted was like in that shot, we see Bulma kind of like leaning over, and then we see Oolong being like, "Ah, man," but he's still short enough that if he wanted, he could just turn and look up the skirt. Still, I'm not saying he should. I'm just saying he could.
Vince, you devil.
What? I advocate for the devil. I'm
Wait a
an
minute.
advocate
I'm
of some
rethinking
kind.
this contract we
It's
talked
too
about
late.
signing.
It was signed in your blood.
Well, I thought it was red ink. Tasty
Do I need to bring
irony red ink that I made myself.
You did that readily.
I had a vial ready to go.
Aaron, why do you keep vials of your own blood?
You never know when the devil needs a contract signed.
Important.
Look,
note.
I'm fully complicit in this deal with the devil.
Good.
Well,
We
I'm
just wanna
sorry.
make
I'm
sure.
sorry. Deal with a devil.
A devil. I'm
My
not
mistake.
the.
Sorry, Lucifer.
It's okay.
Big ups to Luce.
Big ups to Luke.
I want someone to say thank Satan at some award show.
That would be a thing.
Like,
That would be that.
Well, why not?
So who would it be?
Ooh.
Who would be the
It's
man?
not a Kanye.
No. Kanye loves Jesus too much.
He loves almost as much as himself, which will be his downfall.
Hubris.
Come the rapture.
The rapture.
Who thanks Saint? I feel like you know what?
Jared Leto.
I feel like he wouldn't mean it.
You think you just do it to do it?
It would be for the lulz.
Mm.
You know who'd be Helen Mirren?
Helen Mirren. Ooh, I like that. That would be
Is it Dame Helen Mirren now? I think it is, right?
Is it Dame?
Dame, yeah.
How do they get that?
It's Dame Judi Dench.
Dame Judi
I don't
Dench.
think it's Dame Helen Mirren.
Well, let's just give her the Dame title.
Yeah, why not?
Give her the Dame title.
We dub thee Dame.
We dub thee Dame Helen Mirren. We'd love to have you on the podcast.
On the podcast.
On the podcast, my good lady.
Sir Aaron and Sir Vince humbly request your presence.
At Aaron's apartment.
In New Jersey.
In New Jersey. One of the colonies, I believe.
Tea will be served probably at 4.
In a plastic cup. I hope you enjoy.
I hope. Please list any food allergies that we may ignore. Yeah, someone like that. We're like, thanks for the Lifetime Achievement Award. Honestly, big ups to Satan.
Ooh. What if it was what if Morgan Freeman did it?
All right, how would that sound, Vince? Or is that racist for me to ask you to do a Morgan Freeman?
No, it's not. I feel like I like doing impressions.
I know. I feel like you have one up your sleeve. You're setting yourself up.
I haven't done a Morgan Freeman in a while. I wish I could just hear him once before I did this because it may be so off.
Andy Dufresne.
There we go. Mr. Dufresne, I'd like to thank Satan for this Lifetime Achievement Award. Hail Satan and all his evil deeds that got me here. Driving Miss Daisy was the biggest mistake of my life. I loved being in the Red movies. I'm not done. His will be brought upon you non-believers.
Everyone in Scientology rushes the stage.
I will never die.
I've gained immortality. Both on screen and off. Meet me in the alley out back and I'll tell you how.
I'll tell you how.
Look, times are tough. Daddy needs to make some money.
That's a man who's got an interesting and fun life, I feel like.
He was how old in Shawshank? 50?
He
was up there before he broke.
Right. There's no young Morgan Freeman projects.
Yeah, the young Morgan Freeman project.
He's never young. He's just
that was his deal.
Yeah.
So I have a theory.
Go on.
I call it the Steve Martin theory. You can either age normally. I feel like there's some sort of contract you get before you're born. Mm-hmm. You can either age normally, or you can always look 40. But that's it. You're just stuck there. That's the Steve Martin disease. Steve Martin,
forever.
Maybe not now, but he's forever the same age he was when he was doing stand up with an arrow in his head.
Mm-hmm.
It's legit.
I think you're right. I absolutely think you're right. Because people and it goes both ways. People who are young forever. 30-year-olds who play 17-year-olds.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at you, Johnny Pemberton. You can't be playing a 17-year-old. You're 29.
No, he's my age. He's 30 something. Because he was on that Comedy Bing Bong recently.
Oh, right.
He's 30. He's early 30s.
Jeez. And he's playing the son of Zorn.
Yeah.
He's
not Zorn.
He's not Zorn. He's just the titular son of Zorn.
Woody Woodpecker laugh for you. The nervous Woody Woodpecker laugh.
Oh god.
He's at a party and it's he's trying to get into a group and he laughs too much.
Hey Woody. No. Yeah, funny. Yeah.
Good cheese.
Yeah, no, it's cool. Hey man, we're running a little bit low on guac. Could you go out and get some? You can fly, so it'd be really easy. And we're all kind of drunk, so we don't want to drive. And there's this, there's a farmer's market 20 miles away, but we want you to go to the Costco that's 30 miles away.
Look, I asked you if it was going to be weird because I dated Sharon, and you said it wasn't going to be. And now you're trying to get rid of me.
No, it's not. And I'm not trying to get rid of you. It's just we need guac, and I'm fucking torn up, or I'd do it. And if you...
It's the part, another hour of the party left? Come on.
I mean, who knows? I'm thinking about staying up all night, but, you just got... Stop laughing!
I'm very nervous. Look.
Woody, stop it! Just, do this. Do us a solid,
Look, I still love her, okay?
What? You can't come at me with that. And see. Man, I did not know that about Woody Woodpecker.
Still loves her.
Still loves her. Shunned.
Guys, don't invite. Everyone says it's cool. It's not.
It's never cool.
If we can give you some...
It's never
I think
cool.
we have younger than me viewers, listeners out there.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we do. Look, don't invite an ex to a party.
Never do it.
No.
From anecdotal evidence, it never works. There's always going to be that lingering what if that when exacerbated by alcohol will cause mayhem.
What's the whole like? I got invited to my ex's party. What does that mean?
Nothing.
And it should mean nothing. But in your head, you're trying to figure out what message is trying to get sent.
And you could be the one sending out the invite and being like, "Oh, it doesn't mean anything. We're friends now. We talk every now and then." Nah.
Only if it's a situation where it's like you are talking like regularly,
right?
I think that's okay.
And like both completely understand the position of the other, and have no more romantic feelings.
Yeah, and it's not if you don't do it if it's just like, oh, like he still likes my statuses sometimes.
No,
but if it's just like, no, we literally just had dinner 2 days ago. Right, that's fine.
Like if you could be an adult about it, but more often than not, even adults can't be adults about it.
Sorry, it's hard to be friends with exes.
Yeah, that's why Woody Woodpecker had to go get that guac.
He never did,
and he never came back.
He just left. Yeah, he just left the party.
Just left the party.
We see everyone in sort of like a montagey kind of thing.
Right.
Krillin's second fight is up against
Bruce Lee.
Someone, a Bruce Lee amalgam.
Yeah.
Krillin gets beat up.
Yeah, Krillin gets beat.
Like you get like. I'm genuinely nervous. I wrote down that I was genuinely nervous.
Yeah, he was getting kicked.
This episode and next episode, this 34-year-old man is enraptured by this cartoon, and like, I know in my head, I so know like he's fine. Mm-hmm. He's gonna be okay. But I'm like still worried. I'm like, I literally said out loud, you can do it, Krillin.
Oh yeah.
That's how invested I got.
This is the power of Dragon Ball. The power of belief.
I like to think that I know like about story and I can see most things ahead of time, especially in like any sort of sports movie. It's like 9 out of 10 times they're going to win.
Right.
So like, I know, like again, in my head, I know it's going to happen, but they got me, son.
Yeah. And I mean, I think it's a testament to the sound design because those brutal kicks to Krillin's back were something else. And then Krillin just kind of like, he just gets up, and the Bruce Lee guy's like, "What? Nobody's ever survived that attack."
Bruce Lee, did you just admit to murder in front of all these witnesses?
See, that's a I didn't wrote.
You're under arrest.
Yeah,
this has been an elaborate sting.
This Bruce Lee guy admitted that he was trying to murder a child, which would have gotten him kicked out of the tournament. One, and then I say he would have been charged for murder or attempted.
Oh, absolutely.
Murder.
They definitely would have like gone back in and looked into his past.
Right.
But when Krillin thankfully no one's murdered. Krillin gets up. He does the anime insult of like eyelid down, tongue out. Which apparently, depending on which finger you use to do it, it increases the insult. So if it's a middle finger, I could be completely wrong and completely like an American about this. Mm-hmm. But I remember reading like if it's a middle finger, it's really bad. So if it's just your forefinger, it's not so bad.
Is that just like, oh, he's just being cheeky?
Yeah, I guess. What does Krillin say when he gets back up?
He says,
I don't know if you wrote it down or not.
I didn't write it down, but I feel like he says something like, okay, now let's see what I'm going to counterattack with.
He does say that, but as soon as he gets up and he does the insult, he goes, I'm a zombie, just kidding. And there's that like humorous Krillin we all know and love.
Oh man, Krillin's hilarious. Krillin should do stand-up.
Krillin, you hilarious.
Hey Krillin, you hilarious. You ever think about doing stand-up, Krillin?
Man, you like paw face? There's someone with the phone. Hey, Eddie, it's your brother Charlie. You know that new comedy you've been looking for? Listen to this.
Hey, Eddie, I think I found it.
Ooh, that's pretty
this
good.
Tiny little ball boy named Krillin.
Damn,
or something.
son. Yeah. Ooh. I know. I'm not going to talk about it on air, but that's a really good Charlie Murphy. I got to say, that's subtle.
I've been working on it for years. Now you see Rick James at the Proud.
Damn. Super. That's genuinely good.
Thank
I'm
you.
very impressed.
This is one of my favorite ones to do.
Krillin win. He beats up Bruce Lee.
Does he beat up Bruce Lee?
Yeah.
I thought Bruce Lee just was like, wait,
No,
I
you're
give
right.
up. He
You're
just
right.
he just
You're right.
gives
I
up.
fucked
More
up.
people give up than actually fight them.
That's true. At that point, he's like,
Yeah.
I give up. Mm-hmm. Oh, I give up. I'm Bruce Lee.
I'm Bruce Lee. John Lennon, get out of here. No, it's me, Bruce Lee.
Water. Could you hand me some? I'm very parched.
Time to use my dragon fizz.
Oh, have you seen any dragons? I heard I need to enter one. Also, if there's a big boss, let him know I'm ready to fight.
Ah, man. John Lennon keeps doing his Bruce Lee impression.
It hasn't gotten better. I can't tell him because it's John Lennon. You don't tell John Lennon.
You don't tell John Lennon that he's doing a bad impression.
You don't. Think about how many like people with a lot of money or like famous people who do bad impressions and no one has told them. They think they do really good impressions. They live in this mystery world.
Right.
Fantasy.
What kind of life is that? It's hollow.
I'll take it.
It's hollow.
Give me that money.
And
Give me that
full
fame.
of money. Full of zenny.
Hey, devil. Hook me up.
All right, Aaron.
All right, cool.
All right, cool. Here's that contract.
I'm out of blood.
Oh, well, I guess we'll just have to give this one to Vince.
No.
I'll sign it, no problem.
Wait, is Vince a devil or are you Vincent a devil? Are different people?
Oh,
I lost that thread.
We both exist in the same body? Is that something that you can't understand, Aaron?
I do now.
Okay.
Look, we never labeled it. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, fine. Now it's all out there. The devil exists in here, and Vince is
Wait,
a
the devil?
Beelzebub, a
I
portion
feel
of
like
him.
we're complicating things too much.
I don't understand.
I'm
what
leery
you're
of this contract now. Not the one we signed, but any
okay.
future contract.
Oh, well, future contracts may be rolled into that contract as well.
And
Scene.
although I gotta say, after all these fights, I gotta say, Zach still think Roshi's full of shit.
Yeah. Zach, we're calling you out, boy.
On air.
On air.
We have to air some grievances. These karate boys are clearly, the training worked.
The training worked. It worked beyond
So good.
beyond what we all thought they'd be able to do. This episode kind of culminates in one of my favorite things I've ever seen.
It's pee good.
It's
pee good.
It's Yamcha fighting a wolf using his wolf fang fist. Now I'm so curious as to what the subbed version, how this interaction goes, because it is beautifully written.
All right. So the way it's given is as they face off. Yamcha's like Rufufu ka, whatever it is. Still don't remember it. And the wolf's like, wait, what is this Rufufu ka? Like, I'm an actual wolf.
Oh God!
Like, let me show you what the real thing does.
Yeah.
And then they have the classic like two swordsmen meeting in the middle, cha-ching, and they drop and they land. And you think Yamcha's out for the count, but no, the wolf falls.
But yeah, the wolf.
Yamcha wins, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, Yamcha's like, I'm going to use the wolf fang fist on this guy. He's a tough fighter. And then the wolf is like, in the dubbed version, you humans come up with the wildest names to make your attacks sound tough.
I like both, but I think the sub is better. I think the sub
is better. I knew it would be.
Because it plays off what he said.
Yeah.
First of all, that's offensive to me.
That's what I would I would have written it and be like, hey, that's offensive.
Human tooth fist?
Yeah. Like I would hate for somebody to let's say somebody comes up with a new basketball move. It's like, I call it the black guy shuffle. No, you don't. You don't do that. It's just not something you do.
Get ready for my Asian kick.
Right. You don't do that.
No, I won't. I'll get ready for a slander lawsuit.
And like then it leads me to think like, so doggy style. We all have heard of.
We all do it. We've all done a doggy style.
Fine, Aaron. We've all done doggy style. But would a dog be like upset if we were like, go do it doggy style? They're like, hey, buddy, that's just
man.
what we call sex.
Look, that's just. I don't have any control over how I do it.
Yeah, there's only one way for us to do it.
We don't make fun of you and say human style.
Yeah. We just say you're doing it.
We got to stop. I guess we have to stop calling. I guess we have to stop calling things after animals.
Right.
For our sensitive animal listeners out there.
Yeah.
If you're a mutant or a monster, we apologize.
Any different species of you that are listening to this podcast, we hear you.
If this audio lasts somehow, if it's like
the internet?
Archive sent into space, next planet meets an alien species.
Well, I've already talked to Elon about sending this podcast to Mars after he terraforms it with nuclear weapons, which I do not agree
We won't
with.
get into that. We already got an alien could listen to this.
Mm-hmm. And they'd understand.
Although that term might be offensive at that point. Like,
it
what
might
the fuck? Which means he's very upset.
Yes. It means that alien is so
And
mad.
then there is still some white guy that's like, look, it was recorded in 2016. They were fucking barbaric back then. There were like two genders still. Just, you have to understand the context is what I'm saying.
Check your privilege.
This is a horrible first date. Well, when you put it that way. And
Scene. That dude had sex with an alien.
Womp.
Or a extraterrestrial.
But all the boys get in the tourney.
Yay!
They're in. They're 3 of 8.
Mm-hmm.
Which is pretty good. Actually, it's very good. I don't know why I said pretty.
They're perfect.
That's demeaning. Yeah.
All 3 of them got it.
You think about Yamcha in the context of like time and other episodes, and he's the joke. He's the butt of like all jokes.
Yeah.
Like even like Chaozu. Like no one like shits on Chaozu.
Nobody
He's, like,
shits on
a little
Chaozu.
like he's just a little guy.
Uh-huh.
You know, and he does his best. Everyone shits on Yamcha for being like a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
But what this tournament made me realize is like, he's still like a Z warrior. He still like hangs with these guys.
Oh, yeah.
He's like low on the totem pole.
But he's still there.
That's like, oh no, I'm in the bottom 1% of the top 1%.
Mm-hmm. He's still arguably at this point
One of the strongest
humans on the planet.
You know, Yamcha, I'll give you that. I'll forgive your dumb hair. We were all young.
I still don't like that hair.
No, it's super
Still don't
bad.
like that hair.
Even with the headband on.
Even with the headband on. Maybe even worse with the headband on. I'll just say that. Headbands only work for certain people, Yamcha. And girl, that ain't working for you. But yeah, it's so funny having the knowledge of what comes after all of this. Like, because I'm sure when people first started watching Dragon Ball and they saw Yamcha, they're like, man, Yamcha's pretty darn cool. I want to see him fight Goku and see who's really the strongest.
Yeah.
Like, because that's what it kind of leads up to.
That's all you had.
Yeah, that's all you had. You're like, maybe you want to see Goku fight Krillin, but you already know that Goku can beat Krillin.
Yeah.
You know that.
But they're just buds.
Yeah, they're buddies. Why would they fight each other?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, outside of tournament sanctioned
Right.
events. But yeah, it's before everything else that happens, you just had Yamcha, and he's like, you know what? You're a cool guy with bad taste in women.
Hey, at that point, beggars can't be choosers.
It's like her. Yeah, it's just her right now.
Yeah.
The only girl he's ever met.
Right. That's it, Bulma keeping his love hostage. She's a hostage taker.
She is.
She's a collector.
We need to get, is it Samuel Jackson? Or is it House of Cards guy?
Oh, Kevin Spacey?
Kevin Spacey. Who was the hostage negotiator in that movie? Hostage.
Oh, God,
I think the movie Hostage is a Bruce Willis movie, but there's another name for it. But there's a hostage negotiation movie with Samuel L. Jackson and Kevin Spacey. But I forget who was the cop.
I'm sure it was probably Kevin Spacey.
Get Kevin Spacey in. No, I think it was Samuel L.
Really?
Get one of them in there to free Yamcha is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Joke ruined through over explanation. That's on me. That's not on you.
That's fine. You know what I like to do? I like to end the episode right there on that note. But I will leave the audience with this question.
You start strong and you end.
But I just want to say we haven't seen Roshi in an awfully long time.
Yeah, they keep saying he's at the bathroom, which an old men are wont to do. I can
Right.
attest to that fact.
But I guess we'll
I
figure
love
out.
the bathroom. I gotta make it like I'm there a decent amount, more so than I was in my youth.
What are you talking about?
Kidding.
I was in the bathroom all the time as a
hype.
child.
Well,
I was
for
pooping
different
all the time.
Well, for different things.
Oh,
Maybe not you, since you didn't have a large household.
no.
We had to be ninja-like
Oh, God.
in certain things.
Speaking of ninja, like we'll figure out exactly what's been going on with Roshi towards the end of the next episode of Dragon Ball. But I think we need to change our outgoing like thing because they're no longer training.
Okay. Well,
But
we'll get to that.
We'll get to that after you tell everybody where they can find you on social media, Aaron.
You can find me on Twitter at Aaron J. Shelton and on Instagram at Ajax Shelton.
Nice.
Where can they find you, Vince?
You can find me on that Twitter and on that Instagram and on that PlayStation Network at VINT_E. It's VINT_E.
Oh yeah, I'm about to get on the Xbox Live, guys.
Ooh, baby. Well, Aaron, you're gonna have to friend me, man, and I'm VINT91.
I gotta think of a. So I had Xbox Live.
Oh, you can recover that account.
It was a really bad name. Like,
Ooh, what is it? How bad is it? I love how bad these things are.
All right, we'll go over for this.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
So I think the first thing was fluoxetine,
Fluoxetine. Okay.
which is a generic form of Prozac.
All right.
Fucking deep.
Ooh, grimy.
But it was spelled dumb. Then it was Teen 42 Ape. So Teen Ape is a very dumb character from like these extremely low budget horror comedies that like I still have on the bookshelf behind you.
Oh my.
It was basically it's just Teen Wolf but like a sex offender. And I thought it was hilarious.
Aaron.
But every time I went into a match, or like, Teen Rape? Is your name fucking Teen Rape? I'm like, no, it's not. So I quickly changed it to Small Town Cinema, which is sort of Small Town Cinema was the name of the first comic that I ever made with like my buddy back home.
Oh.
Like went to Staples, like printed it ourselves. So I think it might still be that. So hopefully I won't have to change it because I'm fine with that.
Wow. Guys, all of our listeners, just know that when you go online and play video games,
look for Teen Rape.
you're looking into the window of a man or woman's soul in their screen names. Because Aaron, I just learned so much from those explanations of those names.
I feel like all like gamer tag names are a fight between the past and money.
Mm-hmm.
And how much money are they willing to spend to change the past?
I mean, that's the most profound thing I've ever heard. And I will
Let's
not
end
say,
on that.
We'll end on
strong.
that. End on that. Boom.
You can find Kame House Party LLC.
Wait, we're on LLC?
Nah, don't worry about it.
Oh, okay.
Email us, kamehousepartypod@gmail.com.
Mm-hmm.
We're on Facebook. We're on Twitter. We're on Instagram. Yeah, that's pretty much rate and review us on iTunes and Stitcher, wherever you get podcasts.
Wherever podcasts are sold.
The more you
or
do,
given to you for free.
Yeah. The more you do, the more ratings we get, the more people can find us.
Yeah.
It helps. It does help.
It does help.
But yeah, that's it. But yeah, we, as Vince put it, we the outro can't be keep training.
So what do you
Keep fighting?
I'd say keep fighting.
Don't be a pervert.
Yeah. All right. Don't be a pervert.
Don't be a pervert.
Don't be a pervert.
Yeah.
We out. Peace.